So I'm sure you guys have multiple accomplishments. If you want to introduce yourself for 30 seconds, please. Education task, hard.
Okay, my name is Durga Madhav Mishra. I am the Department Chair of Electrical and Computer Engineering at New Jersey Institute of Technology. My work is right now is how to design low power electronics, probably for AI application.
My name is Prasant Mohapatra. I'm the Provost and Executive Vice President of University of South Florida. I have been working in AI and cybersecurity for 25 plus years now.
Hello, everybody. I'm pretty sure you're tired and getting ready to go. So my name is Ramaprasad Mahapatra. I'm a local person here, Minnesota State University, Mankato. I'm a professor there in Department of Geography and Anthropology. I have almost 30 years of exposure to AI, what we are calling AI today, or 15, 20 years back, I was calling machine learning. 30 years back, I was calling them neural network or cellular automata. That's I got exposed in ISRO in the libraries. So that's what is my background. But we have scholars here. So we'll try to help and answer.
Okay, I will get started. I know everybody has a question. The first question, the purpose of education in AI world. If you could redesign education for the AI era, what would every graduate know that AI cannot simply do for them?
Well, I can start that. I'm in engineering, especially electrical engineering and computer engineering. You can use AI as a tool, but you cannot do without experiments. So when you don't do experiments, you do not know what you're getting. So the students these days, actually, even if you are AI will do the entire experiment for you, you have to know the fundamentals. Otherwise, you cannot be an engineer. So, or cannot be an electrical engineer or any engineering. So any field right now, the students have to learn fundamentals and what is AI, what is machine learning, and how to apply that thing. It's like another tool for them. If that is not going to happen, there will be no movement in the technology. AI will cease to exist. Because if you look at the data centers, the amount of engineering work actually going on in there, because we had AI from 1960s, everybody was talking AI. And in 80s, it was had a big jump, probably from Carnegie Mellon University. Professor Rao was there, and he was talking about AI in a big way. Today, we see that because we have semiconductors, we have chips, or we have the computing power to deliver this. And that will disappear if we do not have proper engineers, whether in semiconductors or power sectors or mechanical engineers. There is so many requirement. So AI has to be there, but as a tool for engineers. That's my opinion.
Okay, so that's a very interesting question, and I would probably love to talk for about 5-6 hours to answer that question, but I know none of you are interested in us now. You are thinking about the PITA competition next door, so I'll be brief. As Bhaina just said, AI is not a new area. It dates back to 1950s. 1956 was when it was coined, and things have been moving at quite a faster speed since then. But the computational power was not ready to reap the benefits of what we are reaping it now. But the interesting point is this is an inflection point in education. And going back to the question, do we really need educations through schools and universities, or AI will be able to provide that? It's a very deep question, and it cannot be one versus other. It's like in medical profession, you can say that yes, you need physicians. Here, I don't know whether you need people like us or not. If AI can do that, but the key point is, what is the knowledge that you want to gather? So think about it for all of us, and I'm pretty sure, and for me also, whatever we learned at our universities and higher education, we never used it because the world changed so much and is changing at such a faster speed that everything is becoming outdated. All the tools that you are using now and you are very proud of it, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, whatever is your best one, they will be gone in by the time most of the current generation student graduates in 4 or 5 years. There will be much newer advanced technologies in there. So learning on specific technology will be meaningless going forward. What will be important is there will be two things: how you can think critically and how you can adapt to changes. Although I said AI started in 1950s, but it actually started somewhere in 1800s when they started talking about logical reasoning. That is the core theme of AI. So, those things never change. They are still being used as it is. So you have to think about, what are the critical thinking that we can teach to the next generation of leaders, as well as how we can teach them to adapt to the changes that we see. Earlier it was per decade, now it is per year. Things are changing. But again, as I said, this is a really nice question. We can
So,
go
Dr.
on.
Rama,
And on.
I'm going to change the question on you.
Sure.
Okay. So this is very education-based question. So is plagiarism becoming impossible to detect? And if so, should education shift from evaluating the final answer to evaluating the student's thinking process?
Yeah, I will come to that indirect way. I'll go back to what Prasad Vaina said and try to, build my case from there. Whether we should teach, that is the first question. Then it will come if plagiarism, then assessment, right? So what we are talking about here, this goes back to almost 75 years back. The question was, can machines think? Can machines think? Today we are thinking, yes, machines can think. So the question for you all is, tell me how many of you have taught your 18-month, 20-month, 24-month kid to use a supercomputer? How many of you have grandparents here? They have taught your grandchildren how to use this supercomputer? Nobody. If you say that I taught my kid how to use this supercomputer, I'm holding in my hand, you're lying. So human brain is much, much more capable than what we think. And what is happening now, the rate it is happening, we have the ability to adopt. We have accepted, yes, machines can think. Maybe tomorrow, machines are going to make my lawnmower, snowblower. We will just live with that. We will just live with that. That's the new system. That's where we are going to educate.
That is a fantastic answer. Like that answer, actually, that question came from one of the other professors. Like he actually sent me this question to ask what other professors are thinking. We can actually take one question. We have a minute. Anybody has a question? Please be loud, sir. Say it, Rama bhai, abe, like next syllabus re say decide karibe.
Okay, I
How to
can
take that into action.
I can just mention one thing. These days, for example, in electrical engineering, which I'm mostly familiar, we are asking the students to, there's something called prompt engineering. What questions you ask, what answer you get. So based on that, we are designing the problems in such a way so the students will use ChatGPT or whatever the tools they want to use, but they have to ask the right questions to get the answers. That's the way we are evaluating now, because that is going to change. And they have to think what to ask, how to get it, and what is happening. So that way, even solving problems, that is a process. The plagiarism case actually is gone, because you cannot just say, okay, write this report. It takes 30 seconds for this report for any project.
That
So-
was a fantastic way to approach this. Like
That's the way it is going.
exactly it should work. Thank you, gentlemen. We wish we
Thank
had
you.
some more time. AI and education will never end discussion. We should continue this discussion. Yes, we need a total AI education.
Ranjan. Anjan.